Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another banner reaction. I'm DTM as always, and I have with me a very special guest, a returning friend of the channel. Why don't you introduce yourself, Z's Bob G?
Hey, everybody. How's it going? I'm Z's. I'm pretty excited to check out this banner. I know we have Plumeria with the arcane blue tome, but I'm pretty curious to see who else we are going to get. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm leaving now. The door's right there.
Yeah. Obviously, we are expecting Rearmed Plumeria because of the Tempest Trials, but honestly, I'm in the same boat. I'm very intrigued to see who's on this banner, because this banner will show us what will be the 1000th hero in FEH. That is actually insane, right?
It really is. I hope Oblivion's prediction with Ascended Alphonse is here.
Yeah, Ascendant Alphonse, Ascendant Sharena, and Ascendant Anna, just to celebrate that. That would be super cool. But I don't know. I expect IS to just release a banner that no one cares about, like with Thracia or something. And yeah, we'll be all disappointed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, let us get into it. As always, if you like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, not only to my channel, but to Z's channel as well. The link to that will be in the description down below. And yeah, let us begin.
Here we go.
I probably just offended. This is Binding Blade.
Wait, Ascended? This is
I recognize this
though.
music.
Ooh.
Wait, who are
Wait a
you?
minute.
Inherit a divine weapon does not make one a crusader. To carry on the
Zed?
Oh, it's Zed.
It
Yeah, I
is
thought it was Zed.
Thracia. All right, easy skip
Well,
for
wow.
99% of the player base.
Wait, whoa, did you see that? Was that 86 plus? What the heck was that?
That's probably from the
Infantry Pulse
AoE.
4.
Ooh, oh, Infantry Pulse is ecstatic right now.
Very interesting here.
Okay, so yeah, this is a Thracia banner. I was joking about it, but or genealogy. It could be genealogy, actually. Okay, I literally have no idea who any of these people are.
I don't know. Wolf? No, I don't know. I'm
Okay.
out, bro. I don't even know.
Okay, it's probably primarily genealogy then. Interesting. Speed Res Hexblade.
Physical no follow up. That's another fodder.
Yeah, that's good.
Or no follow up.
I don't think anyone would use Speed Res Hexblade.
Yeah,
But-
I don't see the need for it.
Yeah.
Is this a Sword Pegasus night? Here we go.
Probably.
Emote Sword Peggy night.
Let's go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is primarily genealogy. Yeah, I have literally no idea who any of these people are. Oh, wow.
Repo fodder.
Repo, let's go! So hype! Yeah!
Oh my god.
Okay, and
All right,
yeah,
this
we
has gotta
expect
be
it.
Plumeria.
This is actually really hype, though, Plumeria. I really want to see what the skills are.
This music is pretty hype.
It is! Yeah, it's so good! Oh my gosh.
The ecstasy of the dream nectar will never fade from my memory.
Outfit weirdly reminds me of freaking East.
Wings of Mercy 4! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Let's
Oh
go!
my gosh.
Oh my
So
gosh,
long to
I'm
just
so
know
hyped.
that.
Okay, I actually have to summon for Plumeria now. Oh gosh darn
And that's
it.
that's on an arcane unit too, so that's double.
Yeah. Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
They have
Okay.
that new dance too.
Yeah. I guess it's official. Plumeria is the 1000th unit revealed, which is really, really insane. Color sharing with physical no follow-up, which isn't too bad. I would have preferred magical no follow-up because I don't have that yet, but it's fine.
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
literally just for physical. Again, like what you said, I don't know what you would use that speed res hexblade for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, I think we can all agree this is not exactly the most hype banner, at least for us, right? Because we never played these games.
I thought when I first saw them, I thought this was sad, and I was like, I don't want to say anything because I didn't want to be wrong. So I was just like, I'm just gonna stay quiet.
I don't know why I thought it was Binding Blade music. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my musics mixed up. Yeah, Blazing. Okay, actually, wait, I forgot. We were supposed to go through the skills. All right, I'll go ahead and start with Aired Forsetti. I think that's how you pronounce that. Accelerate special trigger at start of turn if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +6 to unit for 1 turn, and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit. Okay, so you have the This is just like slaying and like times pulse 4, but there's like no condition. It just happens. Interesting. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +6 to unit during combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack during combat by 30%, and deals damage equals to X% of unit speed when special triggers. X equals unit's max special cooldown count value times 10 plus 20. And there's no cap to that. So with Blazing Wind, that is 60% of your speed being converted to true damage.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's
is
really...
Is that just for... Oh, that's just in combat. And does that count to the AoE as well?
It counts for the AoEs as well, I believe, because...
Oh. That's why he was doing so much damage with that AoE.
Yeah,
wow.
And he comes with Blazing Wind. So I would assume he works with that, unless like IS pulls like a Fjorm or something. But yeah, obviously this is really meant to be like an AoE nuke. Yeah, because you get the attack speed buffs, you get slaying and additional like cooldown support. So Blazing Wind should be at 2. Is there anything else? We do have Infantry Pulse 4. What does this do? At start of turn, if unit special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown count -1 to units. Okay, so you just have times Pulse 3 in Infantry Pulse 4. All right. At start of turn, if any infantry ally special cooldown count is at its maximum value, and that ally's max HP is less than unit's max HP, grant special cooldown count -1 to that ally. Okay, so it's basically a combination of times Pulse 3 and Infantry Pulse 3. That's the new Infantry Pulse skill here.
Yeah, it's definitely better, but it does seem a bit weird to put it on a mage, who probably won't have that much HP. But again, it could
right.
Just be
I
for
mean,
fodder.
That's probably just for fodder, and like at the end of the day, he is getting that special acceleration support, and so that'll get the Blazing Wind down to 1, and so you just need 1 additional cooldown, and then the AoE will be procced. And of course, you come with Special Spiral 4, which is to be expected. Unfortunately, you can't really make use of the damage reducing negation part of it, but it's still a really good, nice skill to have. And yeah, Zed is looking to be a very, very strong AoE nuke.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about Special Spiral 4, though. That definitely seems out of place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea is just that like you want to keep like your AoE procced, and like it would be super weird if he came with Special Spiral 3, and so they just decided to have Special Spiral 4 here.
Yeah, I guess my main thing is just like you really only use AoEs like once, right? Like how often are you gonna loop an AoE to use it a second time? I don't know. At least that's just my experience, but you know.
Right. I mean, I can find this being useful in something like Aether Raid's defense. This could be a very good for Aether Raid's defense in something like a Katria Ball, where if you just have like a dual Asker, for example, that easily gets that AoE procced. He goes in, procs the AoE, and then could potentially gets danced. And if he isn't guarded, he can have another AoE just ready to go. And so, like, I think that's where his main contribution will be. I think he can also, yeah, he could also.
That seems kind of niche.
I mean, I don't think it's something you need to summon for, but like he can put in a lot of work, I think, in that situation. I'm very curious to see how he does in Summoner's Duels, though. It's a lot easier to get the special acceleration support there, but like I don't think he's really doing anything else besides that.
Yeah, and he's also infantry too, so
right.
I know a lot of AoEs like to be flyers.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why a lot of flyers are AoE is because that's like basically their way of compensating for not being able to get through damage reduction. And yeah. I mean, he'll still like perform very, very well. He is a very powerful nuke. You could even just run Luna and just like take advantage of that special Spiral 4 if you really wanted to. But yeah, like we've seen nukes before. I don't think this does anything to push the envelope. Like the AoE is definitely very, very strong, but yeah, it's another nuke.
If only Flare pierced through damage. Well, actually, Flare.
Flare, yeah. I'm still so sad about that, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know if Flare could work on him. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. You never know. But yeah, Infantry Pulse 4 is definitely going to... Basically, anytime you want to use Infantry Pulse 3, you would want Infantry Pulse 4. That's what I say. Probably.
Right.
It will make like the Infantry Pulse teams a lot more consistent too, I think. A lot easier to do.
I already forgot his name.
Yeah, I know. Same. I was like, wait, who are you again?
Start with a W at least.
Yeah, we are so savage. We are so savage against genealogy right now.
I'm so sorry, genealogy fans. Plus, the direct is tomorrow, so you never know if we get the.
Can't wait to wake up
anyway.
at 7 to not have any genealogy news. Oh boy. We'll see how well or poorly that ages. But yeah, why don't you go ahead and read us their weapons and skills?
Sure thing. We got Aired Ufel. I hope that's how it's pronounced. We got Accelerate Special Trigger, effective against flying foes because it's a bow. If unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, grants +5 to all stats. Grants attack and speed plus X to unit. X is equal to 25% of foes' attack at start of combat. -8, minimum of 10, max of 10. Okay. Neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X onto unit and reduces damage from foes' first attack by 30% during combat. And also restores 7 HP to unit after combat.
Okay.
That seems okay.
Yeah,
I don't think that's anything
that is
groundbreaking. That's just
exactly
okay.
my thought. It's okay. Like,
Yeah.
you are getting like a 15 stat swing to attack and speed.
Right, and no guard is always good.
Right. That's kind of it, though.
Yeah. It
And,
doesn't
like-
really stand out too much.
Yeah. I mean, we know what Speed Res Hexblade does. Like, it's just Speed Res version of Attack Speed Hexblade. Let's be real. This is physical no follow-up fodder. Let's be real.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I already forgot his
I
name.
already forgot that.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
man. We're going to anger all the Jujul fans during this reaction.
Dude, we don't deserve that genealogy remake.
Yeah. So I just wish he had a better skills besides physical no follow-up, because like no one's going to use speed res hexblade, right? There's like literally no point
Right, yeah.
compared to like attack speed hexblade. And this is it. He doesn't have a second page. And so
Yeah. No C skill, that's it.
yep.
Nothing.
At least he could have came with like Canto control or something. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like the only good thing is like if you're summoning for the arcane blue tome, you can get some physical no follow-up fodder.
Exactly.
If you summon him instead.
And hey, you can't go wrong with physical no follow-up fodder. Like, so many units love that.
For sure.
All right, V. What does Protection Edge Plus do? If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack defense +5 to unit and inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat. This is terrible.
That's so
This
depressing.
is just like attack defense
Repo
+5
fodder.
and guard. Like that is literally it.
This is just
like-
repo fodder the unit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like we've gotten I think we've gotten Grail swords that are better than this.
Literally.
I'm pretty sure.
Bro, what is Drive Speed doing there? Blood thinks he's on the team, bro. It's a 4-star skill,
Yeah.
bro.
I will say acrobatics is really nice on a deep mode, right? Like
That is
actually
that's
really
nice.
So, yeah, acrobatics fodder, I guess.
The question is, 5-star Loco?
Yeah. All right, here is the actual star of the show, the unit that people actually care about.
I
Rhea-
wish it was a speedy blue tome, but
I
you
do
know.
too. Yeah, but yeah, Plumeria wasn't going to be speedy, so guess it makes sense. All right, why don't you go ahead and read Arcane Euphoria for us, for those that haven't seen it.
All right, so we got Accelerate Special Trigger. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 25%, grants +5 to all stats. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack, and reduces damage from foes' first attack by 30% during combat.
Yeah, so this is like the Ophelia's Arcane Tome, except cut out the special acceleration and add in the true damage based off your attack, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's pretty similar. Again, would have preferred speedy, but
Yeah.
all things considered, it's not completely terrible. I think it's like
I mean,
it
I
can
think
put
it's
in
pretty good.
for sure.
Like overall, like you can't go wrong with the slaying tome. It's just that for the particular units I want to use this on, which is like Spring Lucina, she doesn't have that high of an attack stat. So
Yeah, and I was gonna say I don't know
Yeah.
who would really make use of this. I'm trying to think of like other blue tomes that could. I mean, there are a lot of blue tomes, so I'm sure
maybe
there's
like
a few
Robin,
units that could play.
maybe like male Robin or something. I don't know.
I guess he's not very fast, is he? I don't really. What does he excel in? Anything? Res?
Well, that's the problem, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, yeah. Again, the true damage off attack is like still good.
Yeah.
True damage is never a bad thing.
All right, why don't you go ahead and read Cloying Dreams for us? I
This
see
is
some spicy things.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I see this too. This already looks interesting. Obviously, it's a dance, grants unit another action, but it also grants +5 to all stats, charge, and foe penalty doubler to target ally for 1 turn, and inflicts all stats -5 on nearest foes within 5 spaces of target ally through their next actions. Ooh.
That is very spicy. Charge and foe penalty doubler. Like,
Yeah.
the only previous charge support I think we've had was the Alliers, right? So now we have this on a Dancer, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and this could... Oh, that's just scary, actually. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. I'm thinking in terms of Gale Force, the only problem with this being a part of the dance is that you don't have charge when you're doing your initiation, right? Because
Right, you have to use her action there.
right. And so, like, for Gale Force in particular, this is not as good as, say, like, Male Alir during his bonus season. Like, Charge Linja was super, super fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. And, like, you also have to think, like, Golvek, too. Like, one of the ways people get around the gravity condition she has is to use Charge. This can't really be used for that because, again, you have to dance instead of just having it at the start of turn. And so, yeah, when you do use Golvek in that hit and run style, right?
I'm wondering a little bit about that foe penalty doubler. I don't know how good that would be against, like, Legendary Robin at all.
So,
I
foe
don't
penalty
know. I'm thinking
doubler
about it.
is a counter to Unity stacking. And beforehand, we haven't really had a way to easily stack foe penalty doubler or Plegian, which is what I prefer to call it.
Yep.
But, like, this is a way to get that, which is really, really nice. And it synergizes really well with, like, the debuffs portion of her dance, right? You're basically going to get, like, -10 to all stats, essentially.
And
Which
that's
is really,
that's
really
a 15
good.
stat swing just right
Exactly,
from the dance.
yeah.
And the extra movement, like, that's pretty good. And 5 spaces is a pretty good range, too.
Yeah. It is nearest foes, but, like, you can definitely, like, make very good use of it. Like, overall, as a dancer, she is really, really strong. It's just that when I look at this for Gale Force, it's not as... I'd probably prefer, like, the dual dancers, obviously, because of, like, the extra action with the dual button and everything. But, like, I don't know. This could be spicy. I don't know if this will be able to be used in Summoner's duels because dancers have sort of fallen off in Summoner's duels. But I'm sure like someone will cook something really nice with it.
Yeah, I think definitely just those 3 effects with the bonuses. The charge is, like, definitely the most interesting one, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see who can use that well.
All right. Last but certainly not least, what does Def Res Ploy 3 do?
All right, we got at the start of player phase or enemy phase, if any foes
Enemy
within
proof. Let's
3
go.
rows or 3 columns centered on unit have res below unit's res +5, inflicts defense and res -7, ploy, and exposure on those foes through their next actions.
Wait,
Interesting.
what is this?
Wait, it disables grand strategy?
Neutralizes bonus doubler, treachery, and grand strategy effects active on unit during combat through unit's next action.
Legendary Robin counters. We had that new skill, a new captain skill countering Legendary
Right.
Robin recently, right? And now we have this new skill. Interesting.
It doesn't just counter Legendary Robin, though. It counters, like, Eliwood, too, because it neutralizes bonus doubler.
The bonus doubler too. Yeah.
Yeah. This is basically, like, saying, like, Omni-Tank stacking needs to stop, basically. That's,
Yeah, they released all these Omni takes in the half of the year, and then it's like, no, let's just release a bunch of Omni take counters.
Right. Dang, okay. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, that is element proof. So, like, you can inherit this on your defense, and, like, you can, like, have the Omni takes you face again not have their usual buffs. Because, like, the Omni take meta these days is, like, relying a lot on bonus doubler. And Legendary Robin if he's in season, but mostly, like, bonus doubler, right? Interesting.
Right, of course.
You know what skill this doesn't counter?
What's that?
Rally Spectrum. This doesn't counter this. So you still get the
Oh
buffs
yeah,
from Rally Spectrum.
Brave
from that.
Robin.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, it's too soon to have a counter for Robin. Brave Robin.
Yeah, he like just came out. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Right. Oh man.
I want to devalue that Brave hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Ploy is a debuff. So you can neutralize it by just using an action. So if you're, say, like, Unity stacking Winter Marth or Valentine's Lucina in something like Summoner's Duels, you will be, like, vulnerable without the grand strategy before you have your action, obviously. But, like, if you have, like, Valentine's Lucina, you can just Future Vision and remove this effect, Ploy, and
right.
be perfectly fine with the Unity stacking again. So, yeah.
I think it would just have to, like, really make you consider what units you have to move and when.
Right.
It just adds a lot of extra pressure, which is good, which is good,
Yeah, that's
especially
good.
with Legendary Robin being so strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I am so glad I got my rank 1 run with him before this skill, I will say.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
In SCR, yeah. Oh, boy. I mean, this is very stacked, right? Stillwater is whatever, but, like, Wings of Mercy 4 is super underrated because it's only on Hinoka right now, which you obviously don't want to fodder. But now we have it on
so strong.
Yeah. But now we have it on a rearmed unit with Def Res Ploy, which is looking very strong as well. Like, you can literally inherit all of this with just, like, F2P prerequisites. And that's, like, some insane value.
That is for sure. Like, honestly, I feel like people aren't even going to be getting that arcane weapon. They're going to be getting Wings of Mercy 4
Right.
and Def Res
Ploy, yeah. Yeah, it'll remain to be seen, like, how Def Res Ploy, like, changes the meta. I could see it being used on defense, Aether8's defense a lot. I don't know about Summoner's Duels, maybe. Probably on, like, it won't be Flyers because they want to run, like, guidance or storing guidance. So certain infantries that have their, like, C skill open and they have, like, another unit already running, like, Canto Control and things like that.
I'm almost wondering, like, what about just, like, any support unit, like Fallen Maria or something?
It could be a Fallen Maria. Well, you do need to have higher res, which, right?
Oh, that's true, yeah. That's fair.
Okay, it will be interesting to see. I'll be very curious to see, like, what people think of with like, these skills.
Yeah, there are definitely some interesting stuff.
Okay, I will say, I mentioned this before, but this tome animation looks so cool. I love it so much.
It's really beautiful. It really is.
We need, like, a Fae banner theme like that. Like, come on, IS, please. Just that aesthetic.
That would be very cool. Do we have any...
Who's the GHB?
The
Is it
GHB,
Altena?
yeah.
Altena? I think that's Altena.
I have no idea.
We are the
I
biggest...
just couldn't tell.
We are the biggest genealogy fans here right now.
I hope you can tell everybody.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it's Arion. Who in the world is Arion? I have literally no idea who this person is. I thought
All
it
right,
was
guys,
Altena.
Nintendo Direct. We're gonna need that freaking genealogy remake tomorrow on our desk. Come on, because clearly DTMI need to we need to know who these characters are. Like, come
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess what are your overall thoughts on this banner, Z's?
Well, there's some genealogy units on there. They exist and they got some skills. Plumeria, I mean, she's pretty interesting. That WOM4, that C skill. I'm pretty interested in seeing how people are going to be using this unit, especially since she's rearmed and we're going to be able to get lots of extra copies of mainly WOM4 flying around. Is what I'm really interested in.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like. I think the only other unit that looks interesting besides Plumeria is potentially Ascended Zed. Like, he can definitely like be a very, very, very strong AoE nuke. It will remain to be seen if he gets enough traction to actually become meta, because we do have like a lot of nukes these days.
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot of competition.
Yeah, but like he does output a lot of damage, so it will remain to be seen. Physical no follow-up is always good. Plumeria is definitely the star of the show. Wings of Mercy 4, we finally have it on a more accessible unit than Legendary Hinoka. And her giving out
and
the
what
charge.
And what a unit to be on, too,
yeah,
rather than rearmed.
Exactly. And her giving out charge with her dance, even though it's not as good in Gale Force, it still has plenty of other functions. And, of course, Def Res Ploy 3, trying to counter all your Omni-taking strats, basically. But, yeah. I mean, personally, oh man, I can't skip this. There's Plumeria with Wings of Mercy 4. Dang it, they got me. Are you going to be summoning on this banner or no?
I don't know. I think if there's anything, it's gonna have to just go all to Plumeria, just because those skills are just really, they're really valuable.
Yeah, I think like 90% of people summoning on this banner will be just for Plumeria. Like that's what I'm envisioning. Yeah.
Won't summon on red, guys. Just avoid it at all costs.
Yep. Oh boy. But yeah, I think that does it for the reaction. Do you have any final thoughts before we send it off?
That Nintendo Direct better show Genealogy Remake.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Basically.
think of.
It's all set up now. We'll actually know who these characters is, so we won't forget their names. I already forgot their names. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Me too, bro.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy and were too offended by our lack of genealogy knowledge, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, not only to my channel, but to Z's channel as well. The link will be in the description down below. And yeah, let us know down in the comments whether or not you're going to be summoning on this banner. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.